On the air, right?
Well, he'll go on the air, but he doesn't want to discuss.
Well, that's
topic.
how does he? But what made him think we were talking about him?
It's absurd.
I never mentioned his name.
Well,
Carl did.
Let me ask you this:
What?
Were you talking about him?
Yes, but I mean,
he figured something out.
Well, no, but he's the only one who knows that. He would be the only one who would know that.
Who'd have any idea?
Well, yeah, and he wanted to straighten it out, and that's why he phoned.
Okay, but let me just say this about Dwight Yoakam. He was one of the great artists country artists ever. If he were a woman, he would drive 900 miles wearing a diaper with a gun in the car. And he would say the conversation is not over, you know? I mean, you could say something to Dwight, and you would think that would be the end of the story.
Wrong.
And then you'd go out, like Lupica drew this analogy with me yesterday about somebody else. You'd have a conversation with Dwight that maybe didn't go well, and then you'd think, well, it was over, and you'd go out to get in your car, and Dwight would be standing by your car, by the door. And he'd say, we need to finish that conversation. He said, well, I thought it was over. And he'd say, no, it's not over.
But in this case, he couldn't be more cooperative. Wants to do whatever. Whatever.
I understand that.
There was a miscommunication, apparently.
Dwight is not to be trifled with. Believe me, I understand that. I love Dwight.
Wants to help out.
So, 4 till the hour.
Imus in the morning.
Now, as the aforementioned, we were talking earlier before, Dwight Yoakam. Good morning, Mr. Yoakam.
Oh, it's Mr. Yoakam now.
Well,
and then just an anonymous artist who's dragging his ass, doesn't know anything, probably will pick more of a flop than a hit.
yeah.
I just didn't want you to fillet any more guests before I could get a hold of you and tell you, sorry, there was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, yes, sir.
Oh, well, no.
On deck, sir, reporting for duty, sir. Just that quick.
Thank you, Private Yoakam.
Thank you, sir. Or sergeant, whichever it is. Well, you're a Marine. I would call them sir, I guess. Army, you're not allowed to call a sergeant sir, are you?
Where are you, in Hollywood?
Yeah, I'm basically out of my mind. I'm at the office.
You're at
loading things, throwing out files, burning things.
Yeah.
Any evidence. Listening to you in various parts of the office and walk back through, and I heard you get into it with Senator Schumer, and
I was
pretty much burn him at the stake, which they all probably deserve. And
no, they don't.
I think Colonel Jacobs is right, in terms of his take on it. They're all lying, and it starts, with working your way up from the people that are under your direct command. But I don't know that many of them are willing to do that. It's just really unfortunate. It's probably going to be one of the great legacies of this war. Will be this kind of I guess the button to the whole thing is that
we're giving away a trip to Nashville here in a couple of minutes, and it's going to be a series of questions about you.
No.
What do you mean no? Why not?
No reason. Go ahead. Yeah, load them up.
Well, no,
sir.
I think you'd be better off asking questions about Patty Loveless or.
Well, let's see.
Or Sarah Evans.
You leave her alone.
Well, I'll have to since I'm here and she's someplace else. I don't have any choice.
Yeah, that's your story.
Would you let her change the locks?
No, I wouldn't let anybody cut it.
See, that's where you're wrong. I think it's a perfect track for her to cut. Actually, just so we're clear on this, the first question on my mouth was, is this the song Don sent? Did Don choose this for me? I said, because if he did, there's no more discussion.
Yeah, well, it's
cut. No, but you understand, nobody answered the question. I was just left kind of driving around in wee hours of the morning by myself, listening to the Meat Puppets.
Be sure and put that fiddle lick in there now, because that makes it,
Which fiddle lick?
Well, you know the one I'm talking about.
Well, you know what? If you were willing to give me a cell number or a home number, I'd call you when we're cutting it. You could produce it.
Yeah, well, no, I don't need to.
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I was thinking maybe. Well, you know what? Let's see. I was thinking maybe not doing the fiddle, but.
Well, we'll do what you want to do.
No. I see where that got me. Right here in front of the Adjutant General. I'm sitting here facing a court martial. Hell, I didn't even know I was in service.
All right, man. Thanks. That's great.
Hey, thank you, and it's done. Don't worry about it.
All right, thanks,
and
Dwight.
I'm sorry that you have my profound apology.
Don't you know a fiddle player?
I know 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. The great Dwight Yoakam here in the I'm Swimming program, 9 minutes after the hour.
Keep your hands off that boy.
What, Carl?
Keep your hands off that boy.
I love Dwight Yoakam.
Live inside his own heart. It's an awful big place to live.
In the I'm Swimming program, Dwight Yoakam's back on the phone. Good morning, Dwight.
I single-handedly ruined your show. People can't answer any of the questions. I didn't know Carl was on. Good God, I'd have played to the cast if I'd known. I told you don't ask any questions about me. I'm just a rumor.
Keep your hands off that boy.
Oh, my God. How retarded are you all?
Well, I don't know.
Do you know where you were born? Because you could go to Nashville if you answered that question.
Carl. Carl?
Yes, sir.
Dial 9 1 1. And that's him where I was born.
Yeah. I'm fixing to
It's on
kill
a
you.
list of flyers. They'll have my place of birth. I looked it up on the computer. It's Pikeville, Kentucky. Now, somebody go to Nashville.
Where'd you grow up?
Various sundry locations throughout the Midwest.
Weren't you in
Across the
the...
river, actually, in Ohio.
Weren't you in the drama club?
Bakersfield is where I live in my heart.
Weren't you in the
And
drama
that's why I've
club?
been busy, Don. I've been doing this thing for bucks. So.
I studied on killing you.
Oh my God! You know
Studied
what?
on it quite a bit.
You know what? It actually was yeah. It's just early in the morning. And my judgment's
Yeah, but you ain't been to sleep yet, have you?
not the best. I should not call back in. I'm reliving
You should say...
pickup shots from the swing place.
You should hang the phone up now.
You musicians like to stay up all night, don't you?
Oh my God! What are you fixing to do with a hammer?
Dwight Yoakam here in the I'm Swimming program.